Welcome to the Climate Smart Cities Winners Announcement, or as we say in Swedish, hej, which means hello. I'm Per Granqvist and I have the great privilege of being your host during this exciting event where we will talk to winners from literally all around the world in various climates and time zones. Because cities hold the key to a climate-neutral future. More than half of the world's population live in cities. Cities are a global economic engines and leaders in technology and policy development. In short, cities are where innovation happens. However, the current climate emergency exacerbates global problems like rising inequality, lack of affordable energy-efficient housing, limited mobility options, food and energy insecurity, and more. The Climate Smart City Challenge harnessed the creativity and energy of innovators all around the world to work with cities to help achieve global net zero emissions and create a better future for all. Launched jointly by United Nations and Sweden a year ago, the ambition with this innovation competition has been to accelerate the shift to climate-neutral cities by empowering innovators and communities to collaborate in designing and demonstrating solutions. Real stuff. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the partners that made this competition possible. That's Vinnova, the Swedish Energy Agency, Viable Cities, and UN Habitat, together with a long list of other partners. It's now time to hand over to Ms. Olga Cordas, the Program Director of Viable Cities.
Thank you, Per, and hey from Sweden again. So congratulations to all winning teams of the Climate Smart City Challenge. You made it to this planning phase for system demonstrators for ambitious cities Bogotá in Colombia, Bristol in the United Kingdom, Curitba in Brazil, and Makindye Ssabagabo in Uganda. Winning the Climate Smart City Challenge, you are not only the smartest, but you are the bravest, because together we will develop system demonstrators as a new and powerful tool to accelerate the transition to climate-neutral and sustainable cities. This would mean the new business model, new investments, and procurement as a tool for change, new policies and regulations, new technical solutions, and new narratives of lifestyles that makes us people happy in our cities. We build on many years of experiences, but we are humble because many conventional demonstrators or pilots have failed to scale. But we must succeed. You are the pioneers of this important development, and your insights during this journey would be invaluable. So I wish you, your businesses, and all of us the great success. Thank you.
Of work goes into a competition like this with hundreds of participants, multiple cities and big challenges. Let's now turn to Namrata Mehta, Climate Smart City Challenge co-lead at UN Habitat.
Thank you, Per.
Happened since we last met in January, or last saw each other this way in January.
So we last met on the 20th of January when we announced 45 finalists of the Climate Smart Cities Challenge. We had 9 finalists that were looking to address the challenge great mobility in the city of Bogotá, another 9 finalists who were looking to address the challenge that was put forth by Curitba on zero carbon neighborhoods. We had 12 looking to address the challenge in Makindye Ssabagabo on low carbon affordable housing. And we had 15 for the city of Bristol also looking at affordable and low carbon housing. And the 45 finalists represented about 30 different solutions across a range of different industries, including housing, transport, energy, data analytics, and circular economy. So that kicked off the team creation phase of the Climate Smart Cities Challenge when we had the support of our partner Ignite Sweden. And together with them, we hosted a series of different activities. We had kickoff meetings, we had open houses, we had office hours, we had consulting hours, we had sessions on system demonstrator as an approach, we had a session on intellectual property, and all with the purpose of having the finalists get to know one another, as well as get to really dive into the challenges that each of the 4 cities had laid out. In April, we received 12 different team proposals that were also aided by dedicated coaches that we had for each of the 4 cities to work together with the finalists, help them identify areas of collaboration, and commonality. And so when we received the proposals, we then kicked off another phase of assessments, which included an expert advisory panel review and pitching sessions to the cities and stakeholders in each of the cities. And that put us in a really good stead to get approval from the Board of Viable Cities to announce 4 winning teams for the Climate Smart Cities Challenge. But not everything goes as to plan. And I do have to say we're a few months delayed on making this announcement, but nevertheless, we're really excited to be here today and to be able to announce the 4 winning teams of the Climate Smart Cities Challenge.
Indeed, we are. Why was team creation such an integral part of the Climate Smart City Challenge?
So right at the beginning, when we defined the challenges with each of the cities, we intentionally took a holistic approach, trying to understand all of the different aspects of these really big challenges that the cities are facing. And we included a range of different stakeholders to really help us understand the challenges and map them out in as much detail as we could. We recognize that no single solution is going to help these cities solve this problem. And so the team creation is our way of starting a portfolio of solutions that we will be implementing through the system demonstrator phase, which I'm sure my colleagues are going to share a lot more about in the next few minutes.
Indeed, thank you so much for joining us. Let's now reflect on the next phase of this challenge. To help with us, I've invited Olga from Viable Cities and Pontus Westerby from UN Habitat, both here in Stockholm. Good evening, gentlemen. Mr. Dix, let's start with you. What happened next for the Climate Smart Cities Challenge?
So we're really leaving the competition behind us now and are focusing on the collaboration. So now the winning teams will use the funding that they get to plan for the system demonstrators in each city. And the development of system demonstrators should really be seen as a powerful tool to speed up this transition to climate neutral cities. So the idea is that the demonstration would take the entire system in a real city environment. So there's a lot to do for the winning teams in the cities. And the work of establishing and implementing a system demonstrator, a large number of different actors would be gathered to co-create and learn. So this is also the opportunity to reach out to yet others and really to also mobilize the necessary investments for the climate transitions. So we see these 4 cities and also, of course, the 4 winning teams as our experimentation and innovation hubs together to really help put all cities in a position to become climate neutral.
Mr. Westerby, what would you say to any investors or funders that might be joining us today as well?
Well, our ambition is to mobilize $300 million in investment for these system demonstrators and these projects in these four cities. So it's great opportunities to work with a really dedicated team from the United Nations, from the private sector, from cities, and from a range of other organizations. I think we've got a great investment opportunity here, and looking forward to hearing more from the cities during this event.
You will. Thank you both for joining us today. We talked about the challenge now. We talked about the background, what has happened, how the winning teams were selected, and what will happen next. But we haven't talked with the winners yet, and that will happen now. Let's start with Bogotá in Colombia. As you might remember, their challenge is to improve flight mobility and reduce congestion-based greenhouse gas emissions. So let's turn to Ricardo Sampaio in Bogotá. Good morning, Mr. Sampaio. Please tell us about the winning team, who the winning team is and why you decided to choose them.
So the winning team covers everything that we stated in our challenge brief in Bogotá, everything from IoT, artificial intelligence, freight, mobility, smart routing, and how it integrates within the city challenges to move people and to improve air quality. That's why we chose them.
Is there something particular that sort of really got you going with the winning team?
Yeah. This is a consortium or a team of several companies from all over the world with local experts as well. So that gives us some confidence that would be implemented quite easily and side by side with our teams in both secretariats and in both the urban logistics network that we have over 200 companies that work side by side with us to improve overall quality of life in the city.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. Let's have a chat with the winning team then. Hello, Liamin Hejazi, Team Green Roots. Let's hear. Tell us about the solution your team proposed for the city of Bogotá.
Hello, Per. So thank you so much for the introduction. So my name is Liamin Hejazi. I am the co-founder of Bimitrix. This is the lead of the Green Roads team. So our proposal consists in developing an integrated freight transportation platform that is based on artificial intelligence of things, which combines artificial intelligence and Internet of Things. So with this platform, the different users will be able to list, search, match, plan, optimize, and also monitor freight transportation, which making it easier and more efficient to ship goods around, while making the roads of Bogotá greener by reducing traffic congestions and carbon emissions. And hopefully this will also help to improve the overall quality of life in Bogotá.
What are you looking forward to most for in the systems demonstration phase?
So we are looking forward to seeing our vision take shape, our ideas also materialize, and our system demonstrated in Bogotá in order to make the Bogotá roads greener.
Sounds lovely. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to move to our next city, Bristol, and I want to have to help with the control room to hear more here in the studio because I have trouble hearing at the moment. Bristol have the challenge of contribute to a new model of delivering affordable carbon-neutral homes. And as an introduction, we're going to hear Alan MacLeod from the Bristol City office here. Let's roll the video.
Hello, and everyone joining the Climate Smart Cities Challenge announcement event. I'm incredibly sorry not to be able to join in person today. My name is Alan MacLeod, and I'm the Deputy Head of the City Office at Bristol City Council. It is an honour for me to present the winning team that will implement a new model for delivering affordable, zero-carbon homes in our city. This is a significant challenge that the city has been working with partners like the Bristol Housing Festival, who we partnered with on this challenge, and others for a number of years now. So it is exciting to be able to announce the winning team that we will be working with to unpick this challenge. The winning team was chosen because they had a mix of technical engineering expertise, high quality community engagement, an innovative funding solution, and a proven track record of housing delivery through their carbon net zero modern methods of construction housing system. The team is locally grounded with a number of partners operating in Bristol, but they have delivered new housing for sites in a variety of contexts across the UK. So, without further ado, I would like to congratulate Thriving Places as the winning team of the Climate Smart Cities Challenge in Bristol. This team is composed of Ederath, Atkins, Igloo Regeneration, and Brighter Places. We look forward to working with you to try and solve this systemic challenge in Bristol and to begin delivering on multiple Sustainable Development Goal targets for Bristol and hopefully beyond that, the world. Thank you for your time.
So now let's hear from the winning team, Thriving Places, because that all sounds fantastic. Good afternoon, so Metcalfe. Tell us briefly about the solution that you proposed for the city of Bristol.
Good afternoon, and it's a real privilege to be with you all here today. So there were a number of components to our proposition because there are complex challenges, which Adam has highlighted earlier, that go beyond purely just housing, about how do we actually deliver a healthy city, deliver climate resilience, and how do we unlock the latent value in brownfield sites. So we're not only looking at delivering the modern methods of construction net zero homes, but also looking at defining a broader value around natural capital, human capital, to look at creating different financial pathways and funding pathways to unlock those grey spaces and places and to reimagine them as thriving places.
So what's been the most valuable learning experience during this challenge, would you say?
The most important aspect of this is seeking out partners who share your core values and sense of purpose, are brave and ambitious in tackling what is complex and unlocking really quite significant barriers that might exist in our way that we operate our planning or our procurement systems. So it's really been the spirit of collaboration. It's been the support we've had from the wider Climate Smart Cities Challenge leads, creating that real sense of purpose and energy around tackling these multiple challenges.
With such an enormous challenge that you're facing here, I mean, it's frustrating to have that challenge, and it's also a lot of fun. How do you manage that frustrating, having fun thing?
I think, yeah, you've always got to bring a sense of humour into tackling such challenges, and also a great sense of belief that you can fix it and you can make a difference. And I think there's that real power in a collective, that you've got that engine that you really can make that difference, and you know that you're drawing on such a broad range of experts that really can prove that capability.
Because there is,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
there's also a part of that, bringing a lot of parts together that share your values. That's good, of course. But then you also want to bring on part of that you argue with in a constructive way, I guess. Someone says you cannot be more wrong, and so the things. How would you sort of plan that?
Absolutely. One has to have diversity of perspectives to innovate, and you have to create those safe spaces to have that element of challenge and confrontation. And I have no doubt that that will be ahead of us with some of the different stakeholders we'll be working with. But we all share that sense of direction and purpose, and for public good. So yes, we'll find a way through and have fun on the way.
Sounds lovely. Thank you so much for joining us today. Dark Matter Labs has been an important partner in the development of the system demonstrator concept in Climate Smart City Challenge. So let's turn to Stephen Bland of Dark Matter Labs. Mr. Bland, what's a system demonstrator? Let's start there. How would you define it?
Yeah, thanks, Per. And it's very difficult to do that in 2 minutes, but my colleagues have alluded to some of it already. Let's focus on the words. What are we demonstrating? Well, what we're not demonstrating is just a single technology or a building or a pilot project, however innovative and cool those might be and necessary they are. What we're trying to demonstrate is pathways to system change. Well, what is that? Well, in the case of Bristol before me, it's a great example. They're not demonstrating a new zero carbon home as such, but also the financial and the value model and the decision-making criteria that determines how houses are built in Bristol. And doing that will likely require a range of innovations in multiple areas: procurement, regulation, decision-making criteria, etc. And so that's what we're demonstrating. And crucially, I think what marks out a system demonstrator is that it attempts to do that in real places, in real time. So not just on paper, but again, in Bristol, real sites, real homes to be built, generating impact, but prototyping a new model that has the potential to change the whole city. But I must say, having said all that, it's still a work in progress, and it means different things to different people. And the Climate Smart Cities Challenge teams are really pioneers in this work, and there's a lot for us still to work out together.
How do you embed a tolerance for failure when you're doing system demonstrator? How do you, I mean, not only just talking about things that might go wrong, but accepting things will go wrong, because in the real world, things fuck up, as we know. So how do you have the conversation? How do you plan that part of a system demonstrator so it won't be all sort of rosy success stories?
Well, I think this planning phase, these first kickoff meetings that the innovator teams are happening are really crucial for setting a kind of social contract with each other, a culture of transparency and openness. And that's something that we really encourage the teams to take throughout the journey, not just with each other, but also having an open and transparent learning approach with other people, other partners in the city, in the community, in the sector, and sort of revealing your failures as you go and sharing your work as you do it, and not just the final product, and then seek to disseminate the learning afterwards, but actually to do that in the process. And I think that's one way of embracing the fact that it's a little bit like when you're in an exam in school. You don't just give the answer, you have to give the equation of how you got there. Let's share that equation as with writing it, crossing it out, making mistakes. I think that's one way to go about.
So if you're not failing along the way, you're not creative enough. You're not taking enough risks, basically.
Right. I think if you have a pen but you don't have a pencil with a rubber, we're not going to make it. Yeah.
What encouragement would you give to the cities and winning teams as they enter next phase? Is that the pen and rubber?
Probably the pen and rubber. And I think my other advice or encouragement would be to try and dance between pragmatism and boldness. So when we're dancing with pragmatism, I think I would encourage us, we need to focus relentlessly on business models, the investment models that determine if this stuff gets funded or not. And then when we're dancing with boldness, I think we have to really keep asking ourselves the question, the way we're designing this innovation or this intervention, is it going to help to change the rules of the game or just create a nice single exception on one house, one street, one place? How do we organize ourselves to do more than just that? That's the question we have to keep repeating in our heads, even when it's really hard to do so.
So dance between practice and boldness, and maybe also dance like nobody's watching. Thank you so much for joining today. Let's jump now to Curitba in Brazil. The challenge is to advance new models for creating zero-carbon neighborhoods. It's lunchtime in Curitba. Let's talk to Ms. Danielle Moraes, architect and urban planner with IPPUC in Curitba. So tell us about the winning team, who they are, and why you decided to choose them.
So hello, everyone. We are very glad to announce the results and the winning team for Curitba. Our challenge was a comprehensive approach towards carbon neutrality. So we wanted a solution that could focus on mobility, waste management, and energy efficiency, but we also expected social benefits like community engagement and income generation. One of our pilot areas is a low-income area, so these social benefits are very welcome in the solution. So the winning team was chosen because they succeeded in presenting a solution that could address these main topics. They mainly focus on waste management, but they also consider mobility, they consider energy efficiency in their solution, and also they bring community engagement and they bring social benefits for the city. So we believe they could address our challenge in this comprehensive way that we expected. So we are very glad to announce Smart Neighborhoods as our winning team. And the team is composed by agentes do meio ambiente, ambiente livre, nudged, and smart green station.
Thank you so much. Was it hard to choose, I must ask? I mean, you had a lot of good ideas. Was it hard to choose, or was it that, no, these are the ones, they sound like a Kinder Egg, there are three things in one, and just go with them?
I believe that it was easier to choose because the process of this challenge helped us to build together with the finalists the solution that better address the city's problems. So this collaborative work was helpful for us to decide which team could address better our challenge.
I see. It's like a sort of best of compilation. Thank you so much. So the team is called Smart Neighborhoods and it's represented by Marcelo Criviano. So let's go there. What's the solution that your team has proposed for the city of Curitba?
Hello, everyone. We're proposing a new model to organize the city in digital neighborhoods using a technology of social network. And from those neighborhoods, we are proposing decentralized model of public urban cleaning, and also a program that provides nudges and educational content for the community. We also proposing to implement a smart waste collection program and a big program to direct organic waste to urban farms and to sustain the production of food in those communities.
Was it hard to merge your various ideas during this process, or was it easy?
Oh, it was hard because we have to understand that our solution is not the only solution capable to the challenge. So we have to understand our solution as a part of of an effort that all the community have to do. And we have different time zones when we do the meetings, but it was very fun and was very, very interesting to do so.
What was the most valuable learning experience?
The most important thing for us is to understand how complex this challenge is and how we have to cooperate everyone and integrate our solutions all over the world to tackle the climate change and to create more resilient cities.
What are you looking forward now to? We're now entering the systems demonstration phase. What are you looking forward specifically?
We spent a lot of work. We have a deadline to do, but also, as Daniele said, we expect many social benefits for the communities where we're gonna make the system demonstration.
We look very much forward to hearing from you again. Thank you so much for today. We're moving on. We're now heading to Makindye Ssabagabo in Uganda. And as you might remember, their challenge is looking for scalable ways to develop zero carbon, energy efficient, affordable homes. Alex Kivumbi is the head of innovation and resource mobilization at the City Council. Good evening, Mr. Kivumbi. Please tell us about the winning team and why you decided to choose them.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Yeah, for starters, we had a dual challenge of an acute housing shortage in the city, coupled with increasing greenhouse gas emissions, largely from the residential units and the waste sector. So the winning team will largely address this challenge through the eco-friendly low-cost housing project that takes into consideration aspects of energy efficiency, water solutions, sustainable waste management, sustainable building materials and techniques. So basically, we are not only looking at the built-up structures, but we're also looking at these other aspects that I've talked about. So after looking at the different teams that applied and participated, our city selected a team called Green Community Cities. It comprises of Impact Building Solutions, Mara Protein, EcoBricks, Urban Planning Constellation, CLC Global, and Impulsar AB. So these are the members that comprise the winning team in Makindye Ssabagabo.
Was it easy to pick the winner? You talked about addressing root problems and structures and things like that. Was it easy to pick the one, or was it hard? Many good suggestions?
Yes, we looked at a team that was addressing the core aspects that I talked about of our challenge through a participatory approach, but also this team had a good mix of a good blend of international and local companies. So they had a very, very good experience. But above all, they had a track record of performance, and they had very, very good, they showed real good ambition in mitigating greenhouse gas emissions in the city.
Thank you so much. We look forward to see that. And let's now talk to the winner. Green Community Cities, represented by Eckhard Dauk. Hello. So talk us through how you ended up with the solution that you proposed for the city of Makindye Ssabagabo.
Yes, first of all, thank you all for selecting Green Community Cities team as the winner or a winner of the Climate Smart City Challenge. Our team is really excited, and we now look forward to further develop our solution for Makindye. We have a very diverse team that has the ability to plan, design, build, and operate the demonstration project. And I would like to take the opportunity to briefly introduce our members. We have urban planning constellation, urban planning background, EcoBricks, plastic recycling, Marula Protein, organic waste management, CLC Global, interlocking blocks, Impulsar from Sweden, water saving technologies, and Impact Building Solutions Foundation as design and build developer. So our vision really is to develop a scalable, zero carbon footprint demonstration project that is culturally appropriate to the neighborhood context, but also appropriate to the market. Our goal is to provide affordable, advanced building systems and operating models that allow the new mixed-use housing cluster and its residents to achieve self-sufficiency.
Having such a diverse team, diversity is strength, but diversity can also be sort of create that sort of friction that could be frustrating or creative. How have you worked to build and bridge various ideas and perspective into this grand idea?
Well, I think that it's great to have a diverse team like this, and also to have very experienced team members. So everyone in our team is a leader in their area, in their region, and I think that makes us ask more questions, because we raise questions that are not always easy to answer, and also come up with good solutions that are questioned and discussed, and we come to a final agreement and move forward. So I think it's a great team, and really we all look forward to working on this together now.
So making sure that you have high quality questions is the key to getting high quality answered. So what are you looking forward now to the systems demonstration phase?
Well, the most exciting aspect really is to work and engage with the local community and with the city, and to define together a new kind of realistic program to co-develop an affordable model that solves climate change issues. We are also excited as a team to help neighborhood clusters become more self-sufficient, both on an environmental level as well as a socio-economic level. For instance, through creating local jobs and establishing new business ecosystems. And finally, we really look forward to bringing together all of the talents and skills of our Green Community Cities team to define and deliver a scalable, and that's underlined, scalable demonstration project that has a real impact and impacts the future development of the region, creates an opportunity for Makindye to be represented on the global stage as a pioneering city addressing climate change and social equity at the same time simultaneously.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. And what a fantastic set of winners we have, and how interesting the challenges and also the solutions were. Can't wait to see all those in action. And I think this called for a celebration. And so we brought on the bubbly stuff. I'm not now trying to open this without making a complete fool of myself. Let's see how that goes. Ta bort den här. We celebrate. I don't think if I'm not misunderstood, I don't think I'm alone in celebrating this. I think there's more people who are also perhaps making a mess out of themselves, but celebrating with glasses. So let's raise our glasses and toast to the winners. Let's congratulate all them, and also everybody who's involved in Climate Smart City Challenge. And we wish you all the best of luck. So cheers to you all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Congratulations. Salute.
Cheers. Congratulations.
Prost.
Congratulations all.
Salud.
And with that, we close this little ceremony, and we say thank you and goodbye, or as we say in Swedish, tack och hej, leverpastej.